There's a surprising new spectacle that few are aware of, but it's there for all to see in black and white. They're avocets.
When I was a fresh-faced kid growing up bird-watching in the 1970s, the avocet was a mythical bird of legendary rarity status, only found on the windiest and wildest of estuaries. But it seems the tide might have turned, and I've come to discover a potentially new, exciting development.
The Thames Estuary has more than 1,500 vessels coming and going each month, but joining the cargo ships and cruise liners every winter is a more feathery consignment. Vet and keen birdwatcher Tom Lindsell recently filmed a unique birding event right here.
I understand you've got some really interesting footage, which I'd love to see. Look at that. And there's obviously other species of wader there, but it looks like a huge flock of avocets.
I haven't seen such a large flock in my life.
So how unusual is Tom's footage? Well, just a century ago, the avocet was extinct in the UK. But during the Second World War, parts of the coastline were deliberately flooded, and a few very plucky birds returned. In the intervening years, a concerted conservation effort has brought their numbers to over 1,500 breeding pairs, dotted in reserves along the south and east coasts. But in winter, we get the chance to see these birds en masse. Local bird recorder Steve Swinney explains this year's enormous numbers.
So, Steve, how many avocet do you think are in the kind of Greater Thames region using all winter?
Well, it's an amazing story, Mike, because there's over 2,000 avocet, which actually makes this the largest population overwintering in the whole of the UK.
Just goes to show how incredibly rich this habitat is for those birds.
This bay behind us is a favourite place for them to feed in large numbers. As long as they've got the food and as long as they've got kind of somewhere they can go away from people, away from predation, the birds just get on with it.
Both the richness and abundance of food here is a recent development. Places like the Thurrock Thameside Nature Park, once a landfill site, have been cleaned up and are now an important winter habitat.
Do you think these are British avocets that have bred quite close to here?
We believe so. Certainly kind of on the colder winters we get an influx from the Low Countries, but on the whole we think these are Essex birds, and the numbers equate to our breeding success across the region as well.
In the winter particularly, they love each other's company, don't they?
Oh, totally. And when they fly as a flock, it's quite a spectacular sight.
Avocets have finally become a true conservation success story. With good breeding records and a cleaner and richer environment, there are unprecedented numbers here this year. So I rejoin Tom as the true spectacle of the day begins.
Wow!
That is nice.
I have not seen anything like that in that number before. Just beautiful black wingtips, black along the back, beautiful long legs extending beyond their tail.
And they're coming back.
They're coming this way.
They're coming back.
There we go, look at this.
That's very nice flock.
Lovely ribbon of birds.
It's just nice to watch.
It is indeed. Wonderful. Amazing performance. Top location. Great day.